As the Cold War dawned, the Soviet Union entered an era of political tension, ideological strife, and pervasive government surveillance. This article delves into the clandestine world of Soviet citizens' reactions during the early Cold War years, offering insights gleaned from the secret KGB dossiers. Through these confidential documents, we unravel the stories of ordinary people living in extraordinary times. 1. The watchful eye of the KGB, surveillance in the Soviet Union. The article begins by setting the stage, explaining the extensive surveillance apparatus maintained by the KGB Committee for State Security in the Soviet Union. This omnipresent force played a pivotal role in monitoring and documenting the lives of Soviet citizens. 2. Living under the shadow of McCarthyism, the fear of Western influence. Focusing on the external context, the article explores how Soviet citizens perceived the rising tensions of the Cold War, particularly the anti-communist fervor in the West. The fear of Western influence, fueled by McCarthyism in the United States, cast a long shadow over Soviet society. 3. Stalin's cult of personality. Navigating political loyalty and fear. Delving into internal dynamics, the article examines the impact of Stalin's cult of personality on Soviet citizens. The omnipresence of Stalin's image and the demand for political loyalty created an environment where citizens were cautious about expressing dissenting views. 4. The Great Patriotic War's shadow. Post-war reckoning and trauma. Navigating through historical echoes, the article addresses how the trauma of the Great Patriotic War World War II continued to cast a shadow over Soviet society. The collective memory of wartime sacrifices influenced citizens' perspectives on the emerging Cold War. 5. Whispers of dissent. Underground circles and forbidden ideas. Focusing on pockets of resistance, the article sheds light on the whispers of dissent circulating within the Soviet Union. Underground intellectual circles and forbidden ideas challenged the rigid ideological framework imposed by the state. 6. The Doctor's Plot. Antisemitism and state-sanctioned paranoia. Delving into a dark chapter, the article explores the infamous Doctor's Plot. This state-sponsored campaign of antisemitism, designed to purge Jewish professionals, intensified the atmosphere of paranoia and suspicion among Soviet citizens. 7. The Thaw, Khrushchev's era and easing of repressive measures. Navigating through shifting political landscapes, the article examines the thaw initiated by Nikita Khrushchev. The easing of repressive measures, particularly after Stalin's death, brought a temporary relaxation in the stringent control over public expression. 8. The Hungarian Uprising of 1956. Shockwaves of dissent. Focusing on a pivotal moment, the article addresses the Hungarian Uprising of 1956. Soviet citizens witnessed shockwaves of dissent as the Hungarian people sought political freedoms, prompting reflections on the nature of Soviet control. 9. KGB Dossiers. Voices from the Shadows. Delving into the heart of the matter, the article highlights excerpts from KGB dossiers that provide glimpses into the private lives and thoughts of Soviet citizens. These confidential documents offer a unique perspective on the personal struggles and reactions during the early Cold War years. 10. Legacy and Reflections. Unraveling the human side of Cold War realities. Concluding the narrative, the article reflects on the legacy of Soviet citizens' reactions to the early Cold War years. By unraveling the human side of Cold War realities, we gain a deeper understanding of the challenges, fears, and aspirations that defined life behind the Iron Curtain. In essence, behind closed doors, Soviet citizens' reactions to the early Cold War years. Insights from KGB dossiers peels back the layers of secrecy surrounding the personal lives of Soviet citizens. Through the lens of KGB dossiers, we uncover the intricate tapestry of emotions, struggles, and adaptations in a society navigating the complexities of the Cold War era.